Guys, I was just on Twitter and I'm seeing people tell me to go live. Shout out to Gray. He said, just come back, man. No need for cash. We need motivation. So in this video, I'm going to give you the motivation that you need. I'm going to explain to you why we are going to zero. So you must do this right now. Like this title is not cap. This title, I'm not exaggerating. It's not clickbait. We're fucked. Okay, so we're going to zero. So you must do this right now. Okay, I'm going to break down everything that you need to do right now. You must do this right now if you still want to make money. If you just want to chill, do whatever, that's fine, Um, last cycle, when the market was like this, I basically chilled out. I lost a lot of money, okay, and I just went on a side quest. I got really healthy. I got shredded. Okay, I started doing jujitsu. I was literally like putting people out. Like this is ADCC. This is the upper echelon of echelon of jujitsu competitions. I won both weight classes. I won my own weight class, okay, and then I won the absolute weight class as well. So you can see I'm still a beginner in these things. It's not crazy, but I won all of these competitions. This was during the time when the market was down, right? So at this stage, the market was down. It was just about picking up at this stage. I've been training for 2 years. So the market was down for 2 whole years. But I won every single thing, right? I'm probably going to do that again. However, this time round, I'll be doing something a little bit different because even though I had a lot of success here, I managed to make a lot of money, fly around the world, business class, first class, whatever, buy my dream watch, right? These types of things, I managed to achieve them. I've still got way, way, way more in the tank. I've got way more things I want to achieve. So I'm going to give you the strategy and the things that I'm doing and I'm going to do to take over the coming cycle. Okay. So to get started off with, if you are new to this channel, if you only came to the channel during the Memecoin super cycle, okay, where most people didn't make a lot of money, I understand, but you cannot deny that it wasn't the Memecoin super cycle. Okay, altcoins didn't take off. The only thing that took off was BTC and mainly meme coins and probably your AI type plays, right? And obviously virtuals, these types of things. If you join my channel during this stage, okay, I recommend going and checking out my Instagram. Okay, learn a little bit about myself. I'm not just a meme coin maxi. Okay, I didn't just join this cycle here. Okay, I've been trading crypto since right down here. Since BTC was like $3,000. Okay, I've been trading crypto right the fuck down here, boys. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some advice. Wow, down right since right down here. This is when I started taking crypto seriously. Okay, so I've been trading this thing all this time. Okay, I've made all the mistakes. Okay, you could possibly make. I still make mistakes to this day, but I have a lot of experience that I want to share with you guys. Okay, so first things first. First things first. Okay, you need to make sure that you're using the basics. You need to make sure that you're on TradingView. Okay, number one, it's not an affiliate link. I'm not selling you anything. These are the tools that you need. You need to make sure that you have a watch list. Okay, because times like this, I'll tell you what people do in times like this. They do this. This is what they do, right? They don't do fuck all. And then they wait for somebody to tell them when the market is bullish, when they've already made a bunch of money. And then they come in like the exit liquidity. It's no different to meme coins, right? People will literally, let me get my sketch up. SketchUp actually a thing. Okay, online whiteboard. Right? What they would do is this. They'll leave when the market is booming like this, okay? They'll be on their computer. This is somebody sat on their computer, right? There's their monitor, and they'll be sat there 24/7, right? They've got the stream on over here on the laptop, right? Okay. They're eyeing up the market. They don't leave this seat, right? 24/7 they're here. They're like, right, well, the market's booming. You know, I'm laser focused. I'm laser focused. Okay. As soon as the market goes down, right, and they're not winning every day, or at least seeing people winning every day, right? When the market was going up like this, you're in. As soon as we start going down like this, right? I'll tell you what they do. This monitor never gets seen. The same setup that they was doing, right? All this thing here starts collecting dust, right? They stop playing the game. They leave the market. They go back to work, right? They start some other business. Crypto's not for them, blah, 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 right? I was even hiring somebody the other day. And I had a call with him, right? Some guy like this, you know, some developer guy. And I said, hey, bro, right, I'm building this thing for meme coins. He goes, oh, well, meme coins, it's like OnlyFans management. I don't agree with him. I said, why don't you agree with him, bro? He goes, oh, because, you know, I lost a lot of money trading meme coins. I said, what the fuck does that have to do with me giving you a job, bro? He goes, oh, da, 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 da. And I said, bro, no problem, right? I wish you all the best. But let me give you one piece of advice, right? Just because you didn't work out for you doesn't mean it can't work out for other people. And on top of that, it's probably because you wasn't the best trader, right? It's probably because you need to learn from some mistakes that you made. Because if you didn't make those same mistakes and it was the opposite way around, would you have made money? He goes, wow, I would have made loads of money. So I said, there you go, goodbye, and put the phone down. Right, that was my that was my stoic lessons, right? So, right, I'm gonna give you some advice. Okay, the first thing that you need to be doing right now is get your watch list ready. Now, I need to clear up this because my watch list is full of a bunch of dino coins that are probably gonna go to absolute zero, right? You know, things like Polkadot, which is making new lows right now. Everybody completely offloaded all of their Polkadot. Polkadot is lower than it was in the bear market. Do you understand how bad this is? Polkadot is lower than it was in the bear market, right? Things like Neo, right? Neo again, it's at the lowest of lows of the lows because it's not lower than it was in the bear market. Elrond absolutely finished, right? AVAX holding up okay. Atom holding up okay. KDA lower than it was in the bear market. Anything for me that has made new lows right now is lower than it is in the bear market. I'm completely offloading, probably going to get delisted off exchanges. Absolutely fucked, right? So when I say in the title that, you know, we are going to zero, right? When you look at this video and you say, okay, what does this mean? What am I trying to get at? Like, what do you mean? Are we going to zero? I mean, alts are going to zero, right? A lot of these coins that are making new lows, right? Those tokens are finished. They're finished. Nobody's interested. Who's going to buy them? Who's in the market right now to buy Polkadot? Right? Nobody. Okay. So that's what I mean in the title when I say we are going to zero, right? It means that these alts that are making new lows, they're absolutely finished. You know, things like ApeCoin is absolutely finished. You know, Sand maybe Sand's probably got one last line of hope. You know, TLM absolutely finished. What's this? FXS finished, right? So what you need to do, step one, right? You go onto TradingView, you make a list of the coins that have survived, right? You make a list of coins that haven't made new lows. Maybe you look at coins like Hyperliquid, these types of ones, right? The ones where, you know, they had this massive run up, they've gone down, and they're probably going to have a big U-turn when they can because they still have mindshare. Anything that doesn't have mindshare, okay, don't be interested in it, right? That's step one. Now, please make sure that you write this down, okay? Otherwise, you're going to be wasting your time here. And I'm trying to give you some advice to make money, right? So, step two, market cycles. Now, market cycles, okay, when I drew this whole little thing here a while back, it went over everybody's heads and everybody said, Tyrell, I'm not bothered about Bitcoin. Let's speak about meme coins. Now, this chart is becoming very, very, very important. Now, if you remember, one of the things that I spoke about was when we break this red line over here, right? When we break this red line, I'm not gonna deep what it is, but you can see what it is here. Okay. Okay. When we break it, we're gonna be down for a while, about 100 days. Okay, about 100 days. Okay. Reminder chat. When I said this, everybody said, let's go back and talk about meme coins. I'm not bothered. Let's go on Bullex. Now it's important, right? So again, focus, right? Pay attention. We break the red line, right? We're down for almost 100 days, right? It's about 82 days. We're down for, and we went as low as 40% for Bitcoin. So in 30 days, we went down about 42% and was down there for about 100 days. So about 3 months, right? That was from what? May, sell in May, walk away, right? To August, okay? And now we're getting to there again, right? Because after that, this was when everybody was saying it's the fucking bear market, okay? I'm not saying it's the bear market right now. This was when people were saying it's the bear market, okay? Then what we had is we had an actual rally, okay? A FOMO rally. Because what happens is when we break these lines, okay, everybody pulls into USDT. Remember, guys, after Trump, right, after the Trump saga, when I got very lucky, I put in my group chat, I said, hey guys, you know, I'm taking all this out. I'm going into stables because after Trump, I bought 2 more coins. I lost like 150 grand. I said, fuck this. I'm gonna put the rest of my money into stable coins. Like, there's no point. We seen Kamala, we seen, you know, tokens start to last less than 2 days. I said, no, right. I'm not gonna give all my money back to the market. People asking what this these lines are called, the pi cycle top indicator, pi cycle, right? So I went into stable coins, right? A lot of people have done this. So what happens is as soon as the market gets a little bit of a oomph, everybody FOMOs back in. And that's when you've seen last cycle that we've seen a lot of these alts have the main, you know, second rallies, right? These big rallies. We've seen it last time with things like Tron, things like Quant, right? We've seen it with things like Ethereum as well, right? So when we get this second bounce, focus again, if anybody just passively listening, listen closely. When we get this second bounce, where's my right chart? This one. This second bounce, the FOMO starts because people like me, right? Other people in the markets with like deep 7 figures are gonna chuck money into alts. They're gonna chuck money into the alts, right? The right alts. And they're gonna blast off FOMO, right? Max long. Okay. And then everything, people will only finally realize, I will only finally come back to their chair to trench, right? I tell you when people will come back right here, right? And then they have a little bit of success and then they're going to ride it out into a real bear market. This is a real bear market. This is where you will you will feel the pain. You you will feel the pain, right? When we get down to these levels, okay? This, in my opinion, is not a bear market, okay? It is max pain. It is not pretty. It is uncertain for sure, but it's not a bear market. Okay, so then we have a second time, right? We had a very similar feeling over here. I can't remember what the FUD was. There's always some reason, right? But we had Mike's FUD over here. It was the war. Here we had war, right? It was Ukraine, right? It was a lot of uncertainty. It was Russia. It was this was World War III, right? This is what the FUD was. It was I can't even do that. It's got arrows, but it's WW3, right? Let me just put it here. Boom. WW3, right? That's what this apparently was over here, and everything was going to zero again. BTC was supposed to come down. Obviously, we had some optimistic things because obviously, or optimism, because obviously we had the election, right? And then Trump won the election and went whoosh. Now, one thing you have to remember is that when you are a president, okay, when you are Biden, right, and you are the president, you don't have to worry about what comes after you, right? You don't have to worry about what comes after you. So when you are Biden, okay, and you are running here, right? It won't let me paste it for some reason. Won't let me paste it, right? But basically, when you're Biden and you're here, right? Let's try to get a smaller image. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Put this guy here, right? And then we're gonna go here. Boom. Oh, fuck it. Let's go. Boom. Okay, cool. You don't have to worry about what happens after you, right? So you can basically make a lot of shit, right? You can sweep it under the carpet, right? You can go, okay, cool. We'll try it one more time. So I think this is going to look quite nice. Here we go. You be Biden. You can say carpet. So what you can do when you are Biden, okay, you can do whatever you want because you know, right, I'm old. It's my last cycle, right? Anybody else is going to come on. Kamala's maybe even going to come on. Anybody else is going to come on. It does not matter what I do, right? It doesn't matter. Any deals that I take, I might take deals for my grandchildren. I might take deals for my great-grandchildren, right? I might do whatever, right? I can sweep it under the carpet. It doesn't matter. The economy, America does not matter what I do, right? Now, on the other hand, right, when you are now Trump, right, the man who says we're going to get tired of winning. This man here who says, yeah, man, we're going to be tired of winning when you're Trump, right? Unfortunately, you don't have that privilege anymore, right? You don't have that privilege of being able to not care, okay? You have to set up infrastructure, okay? You have to set up infrastructure. Now, why? Because he has family. He knows he wants to have his other people come into charge, right? He's trying to go for this lineage, right? Trump wants a lineage. So what he has to do is he has to fix what has been done, which is under the carpet. Okay. So long story short, without getting into all the politics, without getting into anything like that, in my personal opinion, I think that anything that is being done now is kind of fixing what has been done down here. Okay. Now, market cycles, Bitcoin's always going to go up after a halving. That is what it is. Okay. But when we have volatility like this, when we have volatility in the stock market, in my opinion, guys, I personally think that this is very, 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 very intentional, right? And this isn't going to do nothing but strengthen the long-term economy, right? I live in Thailand, guys. And do you know how much it is to import a car into Thailand? It's triple. So if you have a 200 grand car, right, it's 600 grand, right? When you take a car to, I don't know, Japan or these types of places or deep into China, right, you might pay £1 million for something that in Dubai you would get for 200 grand, right? Tariffs are very, very, very high for import export for these types of places. So I understand one of these narratives. I understand the narrative of healing the economy. Now, that does not change what comes next, okay? Because what is happening right now is that for you to have been ahead of the market, you would have had to completely leave the market and short the market straight after Trump launched his Memecoin, which was about here, right? That's the only way that you would have had complete success. You would have had to go all into stables, right? You have to take this portfolio, right? This guy here, at a time when we was at peak euphoria, I don't even know if you could even call that euphoria. It wasn't even that euphoric. Alts was still down, right? BTC was on its way down. Solana hadn't even made a new all-time high yet. But the only thing that really popped was Trump and the overall markets were looking okay. You had to look at that and say, nah, I'm out. Right? while everyone is still trenching 24/7, you're still seeing 10, 20 mil runners. Nah, I'm out. I'm not just I'm out, but I have to short the whole entire market because I know for 100% Trump's going to release tariffs or say something wrong. And we're going to go to zero. Right after we had a $1 trillion investment, let's not forget that. At this stage, we had a $1 trillion investment into the USA, right? This is my best USA flag that I've got, right? Oh, say, can you see? So at this stage, right, we had a $1 trillion investment. I don't know, AI is going absolutely through the roof. Nvidia is blasting off, right? America's looking great, right? The war is being stopped, right? Zelensky and these guys stopping the war. And you're going to have to look at this, short the whole entire market, go all into stable coins, right? It's not happening. I'll tell you what's happening, right? People rode this out. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going to trench 24/7 anyway. I'll make money, right? Made or lost money. Then, now the market is down. Now you're calling for a bear market. Now you're all in stable coins because you've seen that we broke support, right? Is that good or is that bad? In my opinion, it's fucking stupid, right? You're too late, G. We're already down 30%. You're too late, right? It's exactly the same as when we had the COVID collapse down here, right? We had the big collapse. Do you know what? Do you think people were buying the dip here? No. They were all in stable coins, bro. They missed here. They missed here. They didn't sell here. They sold the Pico bottom, right? This is what happened, okay? Do you think people bought the dip here? No. They seen we broke support. Guys, remove the rest of the chart, right? Look how bad this looks. Look how bad this looks. We break support. Right, we get a candle close down here. Everyone's calling 15K. Everybody everybody's saying 15K chat. We're going to zero. That's what we've been saying. They didn't care about anything else. They're like, nah, man. We're going to zero, 15K. Bro, go look at YouTube. People calling 15K there. And then we blast it off. Right? Okay. Same thing down here, chat. Okay. When we broke this support, right, and you remove this line, I don't want to move. I like it, right? I'll put it down here. When you remove that, we break this support over here. What do you think people were calling for? 12K, 10K, 8K. Bro, remember Capo. Remember Capo, right? So, you guys don't know who Capo was. He was the ultimate bear all the way. And then we just did nothing but go up, okay? So, very similar now, okay? We're at areas where it is dire, where it looks like we have no end. If you would just look at that, right, you would say, right, we're going to 30K. We're going zero, right? It's a free fall, right? The good thing is we have price history, okay? So these are my targets, okay? In my opinion, right, very simply, we have clear, easy targets to make. This one's a bit of a reach, okay? But you can see we have previous all-time highs, right, which is like 73, 74, which we're front running right now. There were buys already, because remember, people don't, like, when you put in a trade, you don't just put it in right here. You put it in all the way from here. Right? Buy a bit, buy a mil here, buy a mil here, buy a mil here, mil here, and 10 mil there, right? That's how you do it, okay? So there's already orders here. There's a lot of orders to fill. Now, if we go through them orders, it's peak, right? We go down to the next area, okay? That's how it works, right? So stay in the market, look for these levels. Look for your 73K level, 63K level, right? Even 52K. Why? Because there's more money to be made to the upside now than to the downside, right? You fucking missed it. You missed it. You didn't sell the top. You didn't short. You're not in stable coins. You missed it. So don't get bearish now, right? And become the ultimate Pico bear at what could possibly be near the bottom, right? Accept it. Some people need that right now, right? Because when we when we were down here, right? When we were down here, I bet Capo needed somebody to tell him, right? I bet Capo needed somebody to tell him, right? No, actually was here, right? Capo needed somebody to tell. Capo, mate, you fucking missed it. You should have been bearish here. You should have been bearish here, right? You should have been bearish here. You missed it, mate. We're not going to 7K, 6K, 3K, whatever. It's done. Okay, the CME gap was somewhere down here too, right? So I'm going to give that to you. I'm going to tell you right now, right? If you're not all in stable coins, if you didn't max short down here, you missed it, right? Doesn't mean there's not shorts to be made. There's shorts to be, of course, there's shorts to be made, but it's not max bear territory, right? Because there's more. I know it seems dark and dire right now, right? There's more gains to be made up here, right? More gains to be made up here, right? Than there is down here, okay? Because we're already down. I'll break the red line, 20%. Lowest we can go, 30, 40%, as we said, right? 64, 52, possibly, right? These are life-changing levels. These are life-changing levels, like the one right now, okay? So that's number one, BTC, okay? Number two is your Solana, which I know everybody's been waiting for. I know some people's eyes lit up there. They're like, oh my God, Solana, he's going to speak about Solana. What's he going to say? We're fucked. I'm checking. No, so Solana's an interesting one, right? Because if you look at the first cycle of Solana now, most of you guys wasn't trading Solana. I was invested into every single big project I was building on Solana. At this stage, I was using Solana at this stage. Okay, and let me tell you, during this stage, Solana was trash, right? It would lag. You couldn't put trades on. It was slow. It was trash, right? And it was at 250. Right now, yes, most of the supply wasn't unlocked. You had Sam Bankman running the infinite money glitch, of course. But I don't value that here and value what we have now, right? I don't value what we have now here, right? Just in terms of black and white, right? If we just imagine there's no chart here, right? Over here, you've got FTX, little infinite money glitch. Obviously, most of the supply is gone, yes. But you have no infrastructure. There's nothing here, right? Apps don't work. There's only games. The games ain't using none of the tokens. Nobody needs to hold Solana. There's no meme coins. It's trash, right? And we go to 280. And then here we have Pump.fun. Every single project's on there. Trump launched the meme coin. Everyone's trading on Solana. Everybody holds Solana. Everybody knows Solana. And it's here, right? So for me, okay, Solana's the ETH of this cycle. If there's anything that can recover fast, it's Solana. If there's anything that is going to be the Ethereum of this cycle, right, and go on an absolute rampage, it's Solana. It's the only thing that people actually need to use. Join here. Bros, I don't use KDA, right? I've never used HBAR. I've never used, well, I've used Sui once, right? I've probably spent $100 on Sui. Never used Zeta. Never used Algo, right? SCI never used. Tron used it once. I had 1-2 memes, went to 0. Ton, trash, right? Radium, never used, right? Well, I'm sorry. Radium, of course, we use Radium, right? Near, never used, right? Metis, never used. Aptos, never used it. Quant, never used it. ETH, I actually have probably used it twice this entire cycle. Uniswap, only use it for base chain, right? So obviously, actually, if we say ETH, yeah, I've used ETH for base, right? BNB used it. That's why it's so high. It's got a strong chart, right? Never used it. Doge never used. Mog never used. Obviously, these are memes, right? So actually, the memes are actually I've probably used the memes more than I've used like SCI, right, or even Tron, right? So the memes have probably got more utility than most of the alts. Now, Solana, I use this every single day. Transacting Solana, I've got stable coins in Solana, right? I'm buying memes on Solana. I'm using it, right? I'm very aware of the price action on Solana too. If Solana goes to 120, if it goes up like 10, 20%, I know about Solana. I know what it's doing. I'll probably buy some, right? I remember awareness. Energy is awareness. If you're aware of it, right, it's probably going to go higher, right? Right? So, so, where does it go? What are my targets? Number one, my first target is exactly where we are now, this range here. Because what the market likes to do is it likes to wipe out all the gains of the cycle. Okay, so wherever it is, even in a meme coin, right? When you have loads of people buy the breakout, right? And we break out, we have a whole run, and we come right back towards the entry. That's also a good place to enter, right? Again, we also have a very clear level down here at $79, and we also have a level here at $62. I don't know if the market's going to bless us this far. If it does, I'll be there for it. Okay. If it does, I'll be there for it. I'll be long in, probably on Jupiter, and I'll be eating all the way up for Solana. Okay. It's very, very simple trade. Here, here, here. Okay. And on TradingView, if you right click it right there, if you add an alert right here, and if you remind yourself, buy the dip. Idiot. No, don't be a pussy. Right? Very simple. Buy the dip, don't be scared. Right? Same thing down here. Buy the dip, don't be scared. Right? Now, the last chart I want to show you guys, right, is BTC dominance. So, BTC dominance is also a very interesting chart. What this does is this shows you the dominance that BTC has on the market, okay? So this means that when this chart goes up, BTC is stronger, it is more dominant than altcoins. Altcoins probably either staying the same or going down, or sometimes in this state, BTC is just going down less than everything else, right? Which is why it's going up. Now, BTC dominance has certain areas because what we do is if we look at things like ETH BTC, we will see that ETH BTC is approaching a support level, which gives people the incentive to swap their BTC over to riskier assets at support levels. Meaning that when BTC dominance starts to get to resistance levels like these are good areas to start to look for altcoins, i.e. Solana, i.e. ETH, right? So if you have, let's say, 10 Bitcoin right now, right? And then you see it get down to here, people would be like, right, you know what? I'll put half a Bitcoin in this. I'll put half a Bitcoin in Sol. I'll put half a Bitcoin in ETH. See what happens, diversify to a bit more risky assets, right? When there is thousands of people, right, putting money into these different assets, right, that's what starts to bring these bounces. And in my opinion, I think we start to see Bitcoin dominance roll over, probably at, not even at this stage. I think we're not, I don't think we did it. I think there's a little bit more downside to go. I think we come down from the 67. Boom. Right? That seems more appropriate. A little bit rise up to here. Boom, we come down there. Okay? So, in conclusion, right? Because I know a lot of people are asking me to stream. Remember, this is a requested stream. I think that BTC, right, is at clear support level right now. If you can't see that, you're blind. Right? Maybe you have to wait until we take off. Okay? So we will have some kind of bounce here. It's already bouncing, right? Then if we roll over, we'll roll over to 69 and 65, right? 3 clear levels, red, orange, sorry, green, orange, red, green, orange, red. These lines never change, right? Then we have Solana. Again, also at clear buy levels. My brother, you was buying Solana at 200 and whatever dollars. Buy it now, grow up, right? And then ETH probably has a little bit lower to go because we're not at ETH BTC levels, and I don't see anybody ever buying ETH. Everything else, I'm probably going to clear up this list, get rid of a few things. There's only certain coins that I'm actually bothered about now, okay? Because the rest of them are not looking good. It's not looking good, bruv, right? Wow. Okay, so we'll reorganize a few things. I'm going to jiggle around a few things. And then in terms of the meme coin market, right? Meme coins are still good. Meme coins are still good. They've been good to me. I don't see any issues with meme coins right now that hasn't been the same of the past few weeks, right? We have large. Oh my gosh, I was looking at some new creations. That's 650, right? That's crazy. Actually, I was literally looking at that at 30K, 40K. I like the name. Okay, I might. Oh shit, I faded. Right, I'll probably have to go back and buy some. Right, we have orange altcoin. Right, we still see RFC is now at 25 million. Right, so if you're not making money trading memes, I don't know, man. You need to just get better. The market going up is not going to improve it because you didn't buy these coins. You just got to get better, man. Right, Bitcoin still doing well. Right, these coins are still doing well, so there's no excuse. If you can't make money when there's only a few runners, you're not going to make money when everything's running. Right, it's just not how it works. BSC, same thing. You know, artificial CZ looking at 905K market cap, pretty good. Okay, we've got Q0 token 444 is a bit wrecked, right? And yeah, BNB, I'd say BNB is slower than Solana right now. Solana's leading the race. Base chain, I'm not too sure. I haven't really kept up with base chain. I was dogging me looking 25 million, my god. Right, and then abstract. I'm hearing abstract on the streets. People saying abstract's got motion. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's got a bit of motion. New 14 mil, 11 mil for Abstar, Tiger 1.3. You know, you got Chengdu 1.44, 4 million. This is a different Pengu. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, nowhere near on Solana levels, but it's decent. It's decent. It's got a little bit of motion. I feel like abstract is the ton now because at least they're supporting memes. Ton's fucked. Right? Wow. Ton is not good. Everything else, yeah, fairly decent, man. Fairly decent. So if I was you, I'd still be trenching right now. Right? You can still make $1,000 a day. No problem. 1 or 2 trades. $300, you make $1,000, you go off 30 grand a month. Put that into BTC, making like half a BTC a month. You're lit. Right? You're absolutely lit. Now, if you do want to join a community, I've decided to give away money. So if you do want to sign up to Mexi, put your money where your mouth is. If you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, you can let me know. Right? I'll give you $25 when you make a trade using Mexi, cash. I'll also give you $25 when you make a trade using Blowfin, cash. And I'll also give you $5 when you share your success in this community, cash. Right? So I'm going to be doing giveaways. All you have to do, sign up, make a trade, submit, and I'll give you cash for taking these trades, right? If you didn't hear it one more time, cash, right, for making these trades. So sign up, right, to the free masterclass. It's the first link in the description of this video, right, for making. You see it right here. Join the free community, complete for free, join it, and yeah, hop in. Also, drum roll, please. The trenches will be paid, right? We are removing the free option for the trenches as per community request because people want to trade on other exchanges. So the freemium model will be scrapped for the trenches in the next 14 days, maybe less. I might do 7. I might even do 3. Let's make it free. In 72 hours, you will no longer be able to join the trenches for free. As per request of the community, people want to trade on whatever exchanges. People said that they'd rather pay, which I don't get it, but fair enough. They'd rather pay than have to trade on specific exchanges. So you now have giveaways instead, incentivized, and then you can pay instead. So you now have 3 days. All you have to do to secure your spot is sign up for any of the links. That can be Blowfin, that can be Bullex. Yeah, I think it's pretty much Bluefin and Bullex. Sign up for them. Make a trade on that registered account, okay? Because we will check on the wallets as per the wallet, and then you'll have access to join. If you don't trade on the said wallet or app, etc., you will just be removed, and then you'll only be able to join back via paying. It's no longer free after 72 hours. So as per Wednesday, right, it will be closed. There will be no longer a bot. I'll be working, upgrading the group, and then releasing a paid subscription on WAP to join. Remember, you still have this free community. You still have other stuff that you can join for free as well. So with that being said, I'm going to do some Q&A right now. Check the chat. Leave a Q&A. Leave a question if you do want me to answer a question. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Energy's awareness, facts. Facts. Yeah, that's the thing, man. When you got good energy, you're always going to have success. And if you focus your energy in the right areas, you'll have success. Think about it, right? If nobody looks at a coin and is bothered about the price don't go up. That's why I think that Solana is going to go up. Sir, I say hello to you from my house, you machine. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Tron, no good. Mass extracted on it. Yeah. Same thing for Ton, man. I think they mass extracted too, to be honest. Sol on sale right now. Best time to buy. I agree. Sol is certainly on sale. Crypto King shorts. Where do you think the bottom is in? Where you position yourself long or shorts? I've already explained that. Just run back through the video. Long story short, I am positioning myself on both sides. Right, I'll still be trading shorts on coins I think possibly can run lower. ETH I think runs lower. Right. I don't think that Sol has much lower in it. Right, so I'll be buying Sol spot and other coins spot, and then things like ETH. I think ETH can just rip down lower to the downside. Trenches to be paid still via Trench AI token. No. Token subscription models don't work. Trying to ape some Sol for swing trade. Minimum 90 days. Yeah, it's a good idea. 30k entry on Tig. Exited at 1.9 million. Yeah, perfect. See? Still money to be made to trenching right now. BTC short incoming. You already missed it, bro. You missed the short. Unless you could probably do like 34x leverage for sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're doing like 1 minute candle, 34x, yeah, for sure. But again, if you're watching this, guys, click the link right here. Join this community. I'm giving away free money. I'm giving away $5 for sharing a ref, $25 for signing up for any of these exchanges. Right, literally cash. Just sign up, post a trade, send me a screenshot. I'll send you money. It's April already. Exactly. April already, bro. It's nuts. May's next. May's gonna be dark. I'll be in the gym. I was just saying, at what soul levels do you think meme coin tradings will get hurt bad? We're already there, bro. Like, meme coins are already quote unquote bad, but they're already so good. This is supposed to be bad for meme coins, but I'm seeing meme coins run. That LLM, fuck. A bit late. I might have to watch this do a Mazda right now. Trading on B&B today. Yeah, I'll be trading on both. I'm not going to stream because I'm going to chill. I don't think there's any point streaming right now. Trying to get the trenches new rabbit hole. Give me the red pill. We'll go full and learn everything. Have in and out. Have good 4 figs to start trying. Yeah, you got this, bro. You got this, man. Look, Momo, just join. All you need to do, bro, is hop in the free group. Get on the exchanges. Get some exposure to leverage, right? And hop in the trenches for free. And then you Gucci. We'll take care of you, bro. Hop in the VC. The VC is always open in there. and you're good to go. If Sol goes to $80 or $60, why is $100 a good buy? Well, bro, it's because you can never time it perfectly. You have to be prepared for these scenarios. Solana, this could be the bottom. Solana could just blast off from here, right? It really could, right? But also, this could be the bottom, or also this could be the bottom, right? Before we see a recovery. There's multiple scenarios. If you wait and you just sit and do nothing, it's a good strategy. But you might end up buying Solana at 120, right? Which is 20% above from here, right? And then you might buy it and then it comes down and then you're like, fuck. And you sell and then it goes up again. And that turns out to be the bottom. So the easiest strategy to do, bro, is just DCA from potential areas where there is support. There's clear support at $100. Psychological level, round number, clear support. Previous support from last cycle, right? Then you have support here and here. No, you'll be fine, Max. If you've signed up, you've traded on both platforms, you're Gucci. You cook better on BNB than Sol because Sol just cheats fast. Yeah, I cook better on BNB personally, but I still like Solana, man. There's money to be made on them, yeah? Like, even me, I just need to get better. Yeah, the trading world doctor on 100. I would reverse Martingale Solana right now. Example, buy $100, dips to 90, buy $200, dips to 80, buy $400. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's literally what I'm doing right now. Like, I've got a few trades open. They're small, like, but I think on my bluffing, I took a small, like, BTC trade. I kept getting stopped out while I was chilling. But it's like a small trade, look, $100. Nothing crazy, right? And then that, looking at the bottom, right? Now I'm starting to think, wow, I should have put like 20 grand on, right? But look, I took a small trade here, boom. If we roll over, because obviously people will be short in this. If we roll over and we come down and I see a mad red candle down, right? I just go, okay, $400. Okay, $600. I'll keep adding to it. Like, it's not, for me, it's not that deep. You know, a couple hundred DAC. This is like, what, 6 Solana? Effectively, like the same things I put. Like, I've got like a 6 Sol trade open. We go down 10 Sol, 20 Sol, whatever. Right? Whatever the weather. I've got 24K to mess about with on this, right? Keep an eye on this LLM. Wow, LLM went to 2 million. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. What the fuck? Oh, it's a different coin. Oh wow, Power's buying some. Gotta appreciate it. Do you think there's going to be another 100 mil runner on BNB? Probably, yeah, more likely on BNB. But there's no there's not daily money to be had on BNB right now. Because the team is stupid. Well, don't expect daily money on BNB. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna leave the stream there. Okay. That's my thoughts. And yeah, take care everyone.